Are you contesting in all the regions for the regional election?
All
Did you face any difficulties in getting nominated?
We are a party of years of experience. We have been working for the last years. We have a support base. Our party membership alone is over 20,000. There is no scope for us to have some. There's no scope for us to start in terms of getting our names and signatures. What do you mean by new names? There are many names. We have Terrence Cameron, who's on the list. We have Dr. Anderson. There are many people on the list. When it is reviewed, you will get the details. We have some very interesting people. Young Corbin, young Guyana. I think we have a good competition.
Just pronounce anything you'd like to say?
Has said all of this because in this time we appreciate the feel the energy and we continue to work to make sure that the concept that we enforce within this whole because this is people-centered policies, people-centered development. It's all for the people to come and join us and make sure we're part of this process.
Thank you.
All right, Capital News Service Chairman.
Something. We should have collected flag from something. We should have collected flag from the APNU party and its supporters have just arrived. This representation is marking or making way rather for the formal submission of the list of candidates for the general and regional election 2025. As you can see behind me outside of the Guyana, the APNU party and its supporters have just arrived. This representation is marking or making way rather for the formal submission of the list of candidates for the general and regional election 2025.
come out here. We didn't get paid. We did not get paid to come out here. We did not get paid. I want to go worldwide. Aubrey did not pay us to come here.
We have a balanced list. Our list, it has young people, it has experienced people. Our list has an ethnic mix. It has Indo-Guyanese, Afro-Guyanese, Amerindian, and at least one Chinese. Now, when it comes to professional competence, you can find it across the board: lawyers, medical doctors, engineers. What we have attempted to done is to assemble a team that we know can run this country. This country is badly in need of a proper government, and the list we would have put together sought to ensure that we have at our disposal people can run a country. We are also cognizant of the fact that outside of the list we have mobilized some people both at home and in the diaspora with other competencies that might not exist in the list. To run a country, you really need qualified, experienced person. And what we are in the young junior ones, and therefore we put ourselves in a position where we can govern Guyana based on good governance. What is happening now in Guyana?
Do you believe
Not what is happening now in Guyana.
Do you believe a better procedure needs to be put in place?
I don't know what a better procedure. We need to talk about the better procedure. I don't know what a better procedure. To talk about the better procedure is to assume that the procedure is good. My understanding of English, if you say better, it's good. I don't think it is good. So the word better doesn't come in. GCOM is a complete mess. The proper independent Guyana Elections Commission, the better. In fact, the threat to the integrity of this election is with the PPP and GCOM. So I wouldn't use the word better and system. They are words tensions. Well, I feel like a prisoner, I must tell you. I don't know why the barriers are so high, but that apart, I feel energized. Our support base has been activated. We don't have to pay anybody to come here. Everyone that is here is free will. We didn't have to go into a village and put money in a hat and tell people where it's at. We are a party that people are committed to, and those who are committed to have come out here. And so I am extremely happy that we can mobilize these numbers of people without bribery as is practiced by the governing people.
All right, you have some people who left your party to join other parties. Would you give us a comment on that?
All I would say to you, the Constitution permits it. We are a party that believes in the rule of law. We believe people have the right to go where they want to go. And if they choose to go there, they will have reasons for it. Don't forget as well that the government has a lot of money. Not anymore, because we are well aware that the government gave him support base is intact and ready to go. We are putting the mechanisms in place to scrutinize the elections, because we've seen all the signs of a Jack Dio type rigging and then blame others. So we are putting the mechanisms in place.
What ideas you have for the reform of the Guyana Elections Commission?
Well, I don't want to get into the reform of the Guyana Elections Commission at this stage. We have a commission. I am one who believes in politics. You don't go to war with the troops you want. You go with what you have. We have GCOM. I have now got to organize myself to be able to stem the illegalities that GCOM is likely to become involved in, and take it from there. After the elections in government, we will deal with the reform.
After you present your list, what are your plans?
I didn't hear that.
After you present your list, what is your plans for today?
For today, as you would see, our supporters are here. I will spend time with them, engaging them. I know our supporters, they like having a nice time, and we will have a nice time. And then tomorrow, we get straight back into the gutter doing the work that is needed.
Do you believe that Mr. Rollins' party will take supporters from both yourself and the team?
My task is to protect our base and ensure no party takes from us, or if they take, it's minimal. I believe that we have assembled a team, and as people see the team, even Mohammed will be in trouble.
If I'm to ask you, we've heard the PPP say that you running for president and probably getting to the seat of the presidency is a dream. How would you respond to that?
Well, everything with Jack Doe is a dream. If an idiot like Jack Doe could become president, anybody can. And Irfan is worse.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Aubrey Norton.
And there you would have just heard from the presidential candidate of the APNU party, who shares his hopes and plans if he is elected for president. now the AFC, Alliance for Change Party, has just arrived. They are about to present their list to the Guyana Elections Commission. And behind them, I don't know if you can see, but there is the Forward Guyana movement. AP presidential and prime ministerial candidate about to enter the Yamana to present their official list.
Yeah. All right, may it be in your family. APNU. If you got your flags and you got your rap, put your hand in the air. Make some noise.
quickly. Now, while we want an order, we call on the Guyana police force to immediately have those two who are decked in PPP paraphernalia and are standing in the middle of our procession. But the officer who is in charge of the Guyana police force, please do your duty and accompany those persons out of our ranks. And we ask for our supporters to please ensure that you allow those folks to leave.
As you can see here now, the official list of nominees for the APNU party is being handed over to and they're currently within that process.
The police are accompanying the folks out of the procession, so please allow the police to accompany them out of the procession. Y'all got to remember, you got to remember this is a clear case of provocation. So just them to physically be able to walk out. Just clear the way, show the love, please clear the way here. Right, just allow them to come out. And if you know, just comrades, no, the PPP drones are in the air. Look above you, look up, look up, look up. Up in the sky, there are PPP drones that are overhead. So this is very deliberate, very deliberate.
Witnessed by international observers.
Right, so let's just head back to the. So we recognize what is happening in these elections by the PPP, and we will not be fooled or hoodwinked by the PPP. We are a disciplined party.
See there, the APNU's presidential candidate, Mr. Aubrey Norton, and Prime Ministerial candidate, Jurita Fernandez, are sitting there as their list of nominees are being submitted. just tuned into the live, we're currently in the Guyana where the APNU is submitting their official list of nominees for the 2025 elections. As you can see, they're representing the APNU is their presidential candidate, Mr. Aubrey Norton, and their prime ministerial candidate, Jurita Fernandez. Process of submitting their official list of candidates for the 25 general and regional elections, and this entire process once again is being witnessed by international observers. This entire day marks a critical step in the country's electoral calendar where parties must officially present their candidates for both general and regional elections ahead of the September 1st polls. The APNU party has just completed submitting their list of candidates for the 2025 elections.
We want your procession to line up behind like you did when you were coming. Because let me tell you what, the NCM, the National Communication the Department of Public Information was instructed that when we were coming down Main Street, they instructed the MCN and DPI staff to fly the drones at the of the contingent. All the people saw was the back of the
I think the party will win the elections. I have no doubt in it.
What was the process?
We were well organized. We had all so almost immediately because
it's not only for a better way of life, but for in the national community.
Andrews. I mentioned Terence Campbell already. Terence Campbell. So we have what I would call a well-balanced list. A well-balanced list. It has some grassroots people as well, because we believe there is need to be in touch with the average person. You have the professional persons, you have political experience, you have youth, and it is our sincere hope that this commixation of people will allow us to run the country and run it effectively.
What do you think you'll be able to galvanize support though? We've seen many of your members, a few members leaving the party. Do you think you can still galvanize the support?
When you look out there, what have you seen? When you look at our rally, what have you seen? They are galvanized. Our supporters know politics, understand politics. Our supporters know we have been in the field from 2021 coming right down. So we were in touch, and we are well aware that our supporters are energized. While people might want to talk about who left, we're looking forward, and we have a strong team. I believe we will have the best team in the race. We have Dr. David Hines is on our list, among others.
What's your assessment or analysis as to why these people have departed?
I don't have the time for that. Why would I, having organized my party, galvanize it, you see the base, why do I want to get into some analysis of who would have left? It's the democratic right.
Mr. Norton, how do you plan to build an inclusive Guyana when all you've been doing is play the race card?
I play the race card. Give me one evidence of it. Tell me what is the race card I play. From the time I'm in politics, you tell me one race card that I play. Identify it. Next question.
Mr. Norton, one of the things you had started off as leader of the PNCR is to ensure that you have a clean voters list and for the removal of the Guyana Elections Commission. What might be the reason for you not succeeding in this?
Well, I don't think it's a question of success. The Elections Commission is controlled by the People's Progressive Party. The chairman votes every time with the PPP in violation of what the intent was, and so it was kind of evident very early that they will not concede. They know full well that if they have a clean voters list and biometrics, it reduces the capacity to rig, and they have to have a mechanism to rig if they stand a chance.
But you didn't get through with your objective of getting a clean voters list and the removal of the GCOM chairman.
It is not the first time in life you didn't get through with an objective. You set objectives You work towards them, but there will always be cases where you don't get them. You are in a position where it's always 4-3, and therefore they will vote in favor. It's not a case, if it was a rational political system in which people had to be responsive to the concerns of the public, then it would have been a different outcome. But what you have is an authoritarian type state that has no interest in what the people think or do not think. And so the question you ask is for democratic society, not the one we live in. We live in a dictatorial.
Ms. Finance here as your prime ministerial candidate. If you were to become president, should be a heartbeat away from the presidency. Do you think she's ready for that role?
Why isn't she? If Irfan Ali can be a president, anybody else could. I mean, the evidence is clear. Why is it I don't have to talk for her? You see, Jack Doe speaks for Irfan all the time. She goes out, she speaks on her own. If you listen to her to the rally, she's well qualified. None of her qualifications are in question. I don't see why she should be questioned.
Ms. Finance, let's talk to you. How prepared are you for this role and getting set for these elections?
I think I've been preparing for this moment for the majority of my adult life. I've started politics from the grassroots level. I started at the local government level in the municipality of Bartica, and that's what really matters. When you put me up against any other candidate that is running for the prime ministerial post that are known right now, I can tell you, when it comes to political experience and when it comes to experience and qualification in crafting and development policies, that is where I have more. I may be much younger than them, but I have more qualifications and experience when it comes to politics, because I started at the grassroots level and I'm here today, working my way up, and I am standing alongside a magnificent team of persons. And I think it's important for persons to note that it's not just about two people at the helm, it is about the team that you're putting forward. Governance is teamwork, it's team effort, and we have persons that have come together and unified themselves, not just for personality reasons, because we all agree that the list of policies that we are supporting are people-centered development policies, and we will work together for that, and we are all competent and we will carry it forward because our mission is to empower people. Thank you.
And I hope from that she would recognize that she can stand on her own.
There you would have just heard from the presidential and prime ministerial candidate for the APNU party.
When you get the interview, you gotta take the interview. Don't work like that. You don't walk, sir. Don't walk, sir.
The list has quality young people. It has quality people with experience. It has persons who operate at the grassroots level. It has people who operate at the professional level. We have in our list a number of people with doctorates, and I'm talking about proper university, the thesis, etc. Amongst them, you can find Dr. Terence Campbell, you can find Dr. David Hines, you can find Dr. Dexter Todd, you can find Dr. Paul Williams. Then when you look at the list, you will see that they are engineers. We have Dr. Anderson. You have
As you can see there, the presidential and prime ministerial candidate for the APNU party is now heading back to their procession where they are greeted by thousands swarmed in green. After they would have completed the process of submitting their official list of candidates for the 2025 general and regional elections.
person gets struck off the list is the other person. So the people who come up to the first, second, and third parties are at a specific disadvantage.
And you've lost some of your members. So you're a former partner. How do you deal with that as a party?
We lost people. It was a good opportunity to clean house. It was a self-cleansing process because, as you knew from the time I got elected, they were constantly undermining the present leadership because they didn't prevail. So they were significant members. We appreciate the contribution they made. They were MPs, and of course their departure affects us, but we've also gained a lot of good members. We've got Jaipal Sharma, we have got Kerry Grace Zandi, young attorney Chris Kiswana Jefford, we've got Lillian Joseph out of Region 9. So we are particularly confident in our replacements and the group that we have.
In terms of attracting the young vote, when the AFC got started, that is something you pushed a lot. But we're seeing some other parties, some other newbies to the game are moving in on that young vote too. How is the AFC going to balance itself with that?
Oh, the proof of the pudding at the end of the day is always after nomination day. Let's see what happens. I don't want to give you any forecasts about what we plan to do, but you will see a complete change in tempo, a complete change in our approach after nomination day. As you know, a lot of people thought we wouldn't get here. There were some media persons that were speculating that we were not going to make it here today, and if we did make it here, we'd only do 6 or 7 regions. We are here in full strength as we were in 2011, and we look forward to bettering that performance.
I know you said the proof.
We're contesting in all regions, in all categories, top-up, geographic, and regional.
I know you said the proof is in the eating of the pudding.
No, the proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. So tell us about the pudding that the AFC may have put together for these elections. The ingredients that is making up your list.
Gordon, you got it right. You got to eat the pudding, so you got to wait for it.
I hear you. Thanks a lot, sir. We're talking with Nigel Hughes.
You would have just heard from the presidential candidate for the Alliance for Change Party, AFC, where he would have shared insights into his party's plans for the 2025 general and regional elections.
Whether the protracted negotiations affected us, the short answer to that is yes. It's probably better that we didn't, but we had to go through it so people understood where we stood and what our positions were.
And how do you hope to recover from all of this?
Proof is in the pudding, ask Gordon. You're going to see it after tomorrow.
A prime ministerial candidate?
Yeah, we do, but we're going to announce that later.
Why not now?
It's because the party has procedures for identifying. We're a democratic party and we have procedures we have to go through according to our constitution to identify and approve of the prime ministerial candidate. We haven't done that yet.
Why not?
We're abiding by our constitution.
Does the constitution say that you must do it within a particular time frame?
The constitution sets out a process. And because this was a priority, nomination day was a priority, we suspended that until we got all of our ducks in a row for today.
So how soon could we see?
By the end of the week, you will definitely know who our prime ministerial candidate is. But it's a team. It's not going to be 2 persons. It's going to be a very broad team of persons, including the youth, Gordon, including the youth.
Mr. Hughes, in the early days of the AFC, in an interview that I did with Mr. Ramsey, and then he had expressed concern that coalescing with the PNC, which is really the APNU now, would have resulted in a loss of Indian support as well as financial support from the diaspora. To what extent do you believe, as of today, that this is really coming to reality?
Well, I would say this, if you compare today with 2006 and 2011, this is the largest turnout the Alliance for Change has ever had on nomination day. I say that without fear of contradiction. If you're talking about expenses, you can see, you weren't on the route, but you can see the extent to which we have gone. So I think what has happened in the passage between 2006 and now is the sources of our financial support has changed. So it might have been in the diaspora then, but we are very happy that it's now domestic and homegrown. Is Chico ready? Sorry about this, they ready?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hughes.
Are you ready?
Justice, unity, and peace with
front and leading the way. This is the year that better must come with the AFC. We go win hands down. Real money starting in the eyes start trembling. Corruption, the inside the cup still. I am a need change and a man with the will. The crisis squirrels, the one Nigel. Two power ship and no blackout stories. Now living so high and you can't pay a bill. Feel the miss for you, don't just swallow that pill. Put a man for the people, the man Nigel. Tell you and if you love Nigel, better must come with the man Nigel. A man with the plan.
You're a great man, and I respect you. You have given respect. I wish that all the regions that we are not competing, that you will get votes flowing over. I want to sit with you in the National Assembly, because Guyana will get victory when they see great people like us standing for this nation. I'm so proud of you. I
want to say, we support you as well, and we will be contesting this together, and we will make sure that we are all there in the National Assembly together. Answer the question before I can do that. You asked me if there are new names on the list. You have a lot of new names on the list.
Not necessarily. We're looking at the competition. We just like 1/3 women.
Oh, we're better than that. We're close to 50%. And I will say this. Anytime I'm blessed to be elected as president, 50% of my cabinet will be women. 50 or above. Oh, young people, of course. Half of the women will be young and half of the men will be young.
Okay. What are your expectations today going into present list?
I don't know about expectations. What I can say is I hope GCOM changes its conduct from being unfair to at least having some semblance of fairness. As you know, they took a decision last week, Thursday, that the AFC was going to be the second party. They got a message and a photograph from a PPP member, and they changed that decision. I don't know if any other political party has the power to change the GCOM decision just by sending a photograph, which doesn't even show the APNU present. So all we can do is hope. What I'm asking for is that our scrutineers be allowed to view the encoding, because you can receive the list in any order you want, but if you encode in a different way, it's a problem. So we are demanding that the scrutineers for all political parties, but particularly the AFC, because we have been the most discriminated against, that we are allowed to scrutinize the encoding process.
Could you tell us if you are competing in all 10 regions?
We are competing in all 10 regions in all 3 categories. We look forward to it. We're oversubscribed in almost every region. The AFC is back. This is the AFC of 2011. We are running alone, and we stand and fall by the results that we get.
So who's your running mate?
I said earlier, we'll announce that before the end of the week. We have constitutional requirements within the party. The bodies have to deliberate and make recommendations and approve.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Just heard from the leader of the Alliance for Change, Mr. Nigel Hughes, would have disclosed that his party or his list of candidates is over 50% women.
Not just friends and family, better must come with the
Alliance for Change AFC is preparing to make their entry into the Yamaniana, where they will submit their official list of candidates for the 2025 general and regional elections. Just joined us. We're at the Yamaniana, where submission of candidates for each political party is happening for the general and regional elections 2025.
Nigel for president. Nigel for president. It must come with this.
Now we're witnessing the arrival of the People's Progressive Party Civic as they make their way to the Yamaniana to submit their official list of candidates for the 2025 general and regional elections. you can see, supporters of the People's Progressive Party Civic are making their way to the Mariana, where the party representatives will submit their list of candidates for the 2025 general and regional elections.
Not more than 8.
From there to here, right?
I know. So let me identify these. Right?
Where you're leading is God leading. Smiling proudly in red. Good morning, Quito. Morning to the red. Deserves another. I ain't gonna lie to you. I managed to be wrong. PPP leaders don't take risks. It's gangta. And you see after this, you can see them somewhere talking something, opening something, fixing something. Just now we got cut off the music. Everybody, how you feeling? I can't hear you. We got to cut off the music. Off the music. We gonna get one more. Run the music.
Now making his entrance as General Secretary Dr. Barjack is getting ready to present their official list of candidates for the 2025 general and regional elections. being followed by the PPP's presidential candidate and the country's current president, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali.
Of our leader of the list. As we present the winning list, the winning team.
Skill, we have everyone on the list to take us back.
New members.
You will see that.
Representatives of the People's Progressive Party sat down with their official list of candidates to the Guyana Elections Commission. And this process too will be observed People's Progressive Party, our current president, and the PPP's as they begin the process of submitting
Mohammed Irfan Ali, Prime Ministerial candidate, and we'll hear from them now.
Of Aubrey.
Plans for the future and the People's Progressive Party has a demonstrated track record of laying out well-laid, sustainable plans and implementing those. We have a track record of implementing what we promise. We have a clear vision for the future, and Guyana is. The vision includes all the people of our country, particularly the young people of this country. On the other hand, we have our opponents. What do they have to offer the country? APNU and AFC have had 5 years of failed policies, broken promises, and attempting to steal the elections. And that's the least of it. They have no plan for the future, no vision for the future. Mohammed is marred in criminality. That's all I'm going to say about that. And so I will get to that. I'll get to that. You're trying to throw me off what I'm speaking about. So let me say that there really, any impartial person in this country who had to choose a political party with a clear conscience would choose the People's Progressive Party. The others are race-based. All they talk about is race, bringing people together. You saw it in the rally yesterday, the energy. That has happened, never happened in the history of this country. Maybe in the 50s, 1950s, when this country was united. Never. The energy coming down here, the love, that's what the PPP is about. And that's a winning list. So on the list itself, we have sugar workers, we have miners, we have rice farmers, we have a lot of professionals, we have about 27 young people below 25 years old, we have others below 40 years old, we have people with almost every profession you can think about it. And look at it itself. Who is standing here before you? He is incredibly experienced. Still very young, but incredibly experienced. He has a track record of implementing things. Where is Brigadier?
I'm right
look
here.
Look at Brigadier Mark Phillips.
Still young.
He commanded, he commanded the country safe. Look at the counterparts. Even forget the policy. If you're choosing just on experience. And then Norton has never managed anything. Director of Finance never managed anything, Nigel Hughes, and the other one just managed criminal behavior. And so this is why it's a winning list.
Well, one of the things about our list you will see is that I spoke about continuity in our list. You will see that there's a deliberate attempt here by the People's Progressive Party Civic, not only about uniting and everything that the leader of the list spoke about, but more importantly, this is about preparing the next generation of leaders. This is about giving the next generation of leaders exposure, experience, because we believe in Guyana. We believe in Guyana 30, 40 years from now. And the only way we can deliver that Guyana to successive generation is if we prepare leaders, if we prepare our young people, if we give them a chance. And that is what you see we're doing on this list too.
Some of these young people you talk about.
Mark.
This is the fourth installment submission of the list towards victory on the 4th of September. On the 4th of September is a continuation of development, continuation of growth, continuation of focusing on having our youth in the forefront of leadership and management of Guyana. Development 2.0, growth 2.0.
Mr. Jagger, I know you said you have the victorious list. Are you convinced that if that victory comes, it will come by a big majority and you might not have the one seat that you currently enjoy?
We're hoping for an overwhelming majority. We're working towards that. We believe from what we have seen that that will happen, but we're taking nothing for granted. We told the people who support us that they have to work harder than even before to ensure that happens. We have the support, but now it's to translate that support into votes on election day. That means high turnout. You have to get people not to be complacent, because a lot of people already believe, when they see massive numbers, oh, we win already, we don't need to come out. That could step in, and we don't want that to happen. So the victory, the large victory can be assured, because we have grown in every single community in this country, every single community among every race. Everyone is included, and that shows. And so I'm hoping that everybody will be working towards that victory, all of our supporters, and they're energized now to work towards that victory.
What is those supporters, those persons who might not be your supporters and they may be undecided, and they have concerns about, going with your party? What do you say to them?
But that's why we sought to allay the concern. The President spoke about everyone being included in our vision. Every single one. That the stereotypes that they heard about us, historically, we're breaking those stereotypes. And they can see it. They just need to talk to the people who've come to us, and they can feel the love and how we treat people in our family. So we have addressed that. We spoke directly at our rally, our campaign launch, to those people who are sitting on the fence. And that is why I said, if you sit on the fence, analyze the policy-making capacity of the PPP, analyze its implementation capacity, analyze its trustworthiness. And if you do that analysis on all three counts, we stand way above the others. Then look at the experience of our leaders. And again, we stand above everyone else. So you can trust us to deliver for all Guyana. When we return the children's grant, we didn't do it for PPP children. We did it for all the children of Guyana. Today, they're getting $11 billion more per year than they were getting on the APNU. We double old age pension, not for a particular race of Guyanese, but for all Guyanese. When we return free the water subsidy to people, it was across the board. When the 100,000 grant was paid, it was paid to all Guyanese. I can go down the long list of things. We work for Guyana. And therefore, those who are sitting on the fence, we're urging them, let's show this country we can break this pattern of racial voting. Let's make this 2025 the year when we do that as a country and move forward together.
What is the catalyst for the changes made to the list?
Well, let me just add something very important. Changes that you've seen in party, in the representation from every community, came because of hard work. It is not about elections. From day one, when we came into office, community. We work with every single community. We brought every with the development plan. We worked to let people understand what the strategy was, how development is going to benefit them. So today, we behind the PPP came as a result of a commitment we made, that commitment, staying true to our values and working hard to ensure that all of Guyana in a massive way is reflected in the People's Progressive Party. Compare that with the rest. All you're getting from the rest is the same old rhetoric.
Mr. President,
Race, division, you will allow me? Race, division is all they bring. No policy, transformative. Look at our plan. Our plan goes beyond the normal. It speaks about the transformation of our country, the next level that we're taking Guyana, and how all of Guyana is going to move to that next level.
Mr. President, what are the determining factors that caused you to the list?
But why are you saying there are changes? You haven't seen the list. You haven't seen the list. So
the president just said there is continuity and then there is renewal. That's how we work.
Yes.
Continuity with experienced people and also renewal. You that 27 of the persons on our national list are under 25 years old. Some as young as 19 years. Yeah, we will in due course. We have a whole week. You talk to them. We have a long time to go. Today is just the first.
Become new ministers. Going beyond your going.
Thank you.
Representative of the list, do you see these new faces becoming new ministers?
Anything is possible with the president. He was a young man when he became president.
Mr.
Anything is
Jagdeo,
possible with
Mr.
him.
Jagdeo, I know these are elections, and we're seeing some new candidates, and there's one particular candidate that appears to be gaining more attractiveness or attention than the other candidates. Mr. Mohammed, is the party concerned about, about his
attraction
candidacy?
or attention?
What do I say?
This is
Well, because
let the crowd speak for itself. I think APNU has to worry more about the Mohammed than the People's Progressive Party. And their quiet collaboration is harming them, is backfiring them. The quiet collaboration, the money that they are getting from behind the scenes, it's all working out. And they made promises to him that he would not have to face, or he may avoid accountability for his criminal activities. That's the promise that was made. If he would split the PPP's vote, it's backfiring on them now. And so this is what I say for him. I don't want to waste my day today. It's a happy day to talk about a criminal.
Would you still strike a deal with him?
No, there will not be a hung parliament. 20 us, and we have grown since. Look at the others. They've energy. I saw APNU. It's a shadow of its. Thank you.
And the media fraternity will have much to celebrate when they see our list. You will have much to celebrate.
Here at Imaniana in Kingston, the leaders
Representatives of the alliance. If you would have just joined the live, we're coming to you from the Guyana, where the nomination day proceedings are happening. And in front of you, you have the representatives of the Alliance for Change Party, AFC. They are currently presenting their official list of candidates for the 2025 general and regional elections. Leading the team is the presidential candidate, Mr. Nigel Hughes. And again, the entire process is being witnessed by international observers. So far, we would have witnessed 3 political parties submitting their official list of candidates. First, we had the APNU, followed by the PPPC, and now we're witnessing the Alliance for Change.
Today. And I want each and every one of you to know that you are making history. And the history of this country is written. You can say, I was here on that day. So, when you go back to your communities, go back with pride. You tell them, I was here. I saw the PvP family. I saw the energy. I know that we're going to win the elections. But I need every one of you to work to make that conclusion inevitable. And so,
And we're still witnessing representatives of the Alliance for Change party as they are submitting their official list of candidates for the 2025 general and regional elections. The representatives of the Alliance for Change party would have just completed the process of submitting their candidates for the 2025 general and regional elections.
They've just handed over the Elections Commission.
Ross.
If you guys can come and stand here, please, for us, it'll be very helpful. If you can just come beyond this blue card here, it'd be very helpful. Can you tell us a little bit about your list
In relation
that you
to,
presented today?
We presented a list for all the regions in all the categories. We've identified the head of the list, the presidential candidate. And they could zoom in and zoom out, they don't need to put yourself out. Couple of things, you just have to look at the age that went in. And this is perhaps the broadest of the representatives that you can get. 50% of our cabinet, if we are lucky enough to be elected, will be women. Almost 50% of our candidates on the list are female. And they're also ethnically diverse.
How easy was it for people to sign and to nominate for your list? Was it a difficult task? Or
It required me traveling out to some regions which were remote, like on the border, Vitero and what have you. But we got there pretty quickly, and we're happy with the results.
Who are some of the new people under the Alliance for Change card?
We've got Kerry Graves-Andy, Jaipal Sharma, young attorney Kiswana, Jefford, quite a few people there you'll discover when the list is released.
And your Prime Minister candidate?
Oh, we're going to announce that by Friday. We have to abide by our party procedures, which is there's a vetting and consideration and appointment process. Yeah, we will have a launch of the campaign, but we've released a lot of our fundamental policies already. So, for example, our infrastructure plan for all 10 regions is already out there, has been out there for 2 or 3 weeks. I think today the education is going out. IT, they're going to be released as we go on. Social policy, all that's going to be out there. But there's stuff already out.
How easier was it, or how difficult was it to get people to come on your list, given the fact that there was a failure in the talks with the APNU?
No, well, I dare say it wasn't difficult at all, because we've got new, fresh blood. We've got Mr. Sharma, who was, minister in the Ministry of Finance.
It's old wine.
Well, I'd call Mr. Sharma old or wine, but he's got the experience. I mean, and I can, don't wish to be ungenerous, but I can make the same comment about some of my competitors. So,
what are you looking for in a PM candidate? Gender, age?
We're looking. I don't want to prejudice it, but chances are that we're probably looking at a female candidate. But that's not fixed. It's always up to the party.
Mr. Hughes, what needs to happen in your party? The processes that need to unfold before you tell us that PM candidate?
We have a national executive committee, which is the highest decision-making body in the party, and it has to consider all the names that are on the list of potential candidates for Prime Minister.
How many names?
Shortlisted.
I rather defer at the moment. There are quite a few. There are in excess of 4 at the
When will
moment.
that decision be taken?
Before the end of the week.
The last time you came to elections, the AFC came with a partner, the APNU. They were here earlier, now you're here by yourself. Do you regret that a partnership, a collaboration did not take place for this election?
You remember when we started alone. The next election we went alone. We went in together and we went in together. So the history is a little balanced. I think the AFC has come back to its core principles and its core approach to politics. I've said repeatedly that we believe that even if we are successful at elections, it must involve, the governance of this country must involve the opposition parties, which would include the main party.
But back to the question, do you regret that a coalition wasn't formed between the two?
No, it takes 2 hands to clap. I think we did as much clapping as we could. As a matter of fact, we perhaps overclapped. So I don't regret, it's the way events unfolded.
Mr. Hughes, you think you'll have sufficient time to introduce a prime ministerial candidate to the electorate, given this late moment in the cycle?
No, I don't think so, particularly in the electronic age. As you know, 85% of the electorate is now reached by electronic means. So the old way in which you went out to districts and introduced somebody in person and went to bottom house meetings, that has changed. You can meet 85% of the electorate electronically. So we don't have a...
What percentage of your list is made up of youths?
Shortlisted to be a prime ministerial candidate, Mr. Jaiva Sharma?
Forgive me, I said I didn't want to disclose the content of the names that are potential candidates for Prime Minister.
Mr. Hughes, based on your performance at the local government elections, are you confident that you will do well in the national elections?
I don't think we competed in the local government elections in 2023. No, we did not. So I have nothing to base it on.
Mr. Hughes, can you speak to the percentage of youths that make up your list?
Sorry.
And is the party concerned about what you've submitted? Is the party concerned about the impact of the WIN party and how that may affect your supporters?
I would say in excess of 30% of our candidates would be youth. WIN is, as you can tell, is extremely popular. We've had parties like WIN before, which have been extremely popular. We are confident in the content of our policy and the route forward for the Alliance for Change. I will acknowledge, I'd be the first to acknowledge that WIN is very popular, and you will remember I was the first that said they have a right to compete. The Guyanese people should have the widest possible choice of parties once their policies are not the same.
Do you believe that they can determine the outcome of the elections to the extent of the removal of the PP or a hung parliament?
If who can determine?
WIN.
Well, going on what the polls say at the moment, I mean, I don't know how reliable polls are in Guyana. People tend to tell pollsters what they think the pollster wants to hear. So polls are notoriously unreliable in Guyana. But certainly from the people who've been turning out to their meetings, he seems to have had a significant impact. I mean, sufficient to, I think, affect the outcome of the elections.
Are you open to collaboration with WIN?
Collaboration, but I think the time for that is gone. Our lists are in, our symbols are in, so the only thing left is join there.
Would you have liked to collaborate?
If you ask me what I'd like to do, there are many things that I would have liked to have done.
Is that a yes?
No, you're not putting words in my mouth. And like I said, it's past. That time is past. So I'm not going to express opinion on what could and could not have been. So forgive me if I don't answer you directly.
Do you believe that Guyana faces a risk internationally if Mr. Mohammed were to be elected a member of parliament?
Our neighbor to the east elected Mr. Bautista. There was an arrest warrant for narcotics for Mr. Bautista for 2 decades. Mr. Bautista was elected twice or thrice, I believe, and served in that capacity. I can't say whether Suriname suffered adversely for it. So I'm not sure that the fact that there are sanctions against Mr. Mohammed may necessarily impact. It certainly doesn't impact his eligibility in Guyana unless he's charged here. I don't know if that will impact his electability.
And where are Mr. Ramstein and Mr. Patterson today?
Well, they only allowed a limited number of persons to come in here. I know that beyond the gate, if you check, you may find them.
Okay.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Leader of the Alliance for Change, Nigel Hughes,
There you would have just heard from the presidential candidate of the Alliance for Change, Mr. Nigel Hughes.
and the fulfillment of those promises. The handbill would say what we're going to do over the next 5 years. I want you to deposit that handbill in every home with love. Talk to people, ensure that they know what we're about. We need your support. As I said before, elections are won only when people vote and the votes are counted. And we have the wind in our sail. Just now they asked us why we believe this is a winning list. And we said several things. We said we're trustworthy as a party. We fulfill our promises. 2, we're the only party that has clear plans for the future underpinned by a vision. And we are a party that brings people together. We're not a racist party like the others. And look at the others. Mohammed with his criminal background. Norton with his uselessness. Can they compete against these 2 gentlemen here?
As you can see, the representatives of the ALP party are taking their seats and getting ready to present the official list of candidates to the Ghana Elections Commission (GECOM) for the 2025 general and regional elections. And once again, this process too is being witnessed by international observers. This team is being led by the ALP's presidential candidate Simona Brooms. We're currently witnessing members of the representatives of the ALP rather submitting Their list of candidates for the 2025 general and regional election. Leading the team is their presidential candidate, Simona Brooms. And this entire process is once again being witnessed by international observers. We're coming to you live from inside of the Guyana, where the nomination day proceedings for the 2025 general and regional elections are currently happening. In front of you, you have representatives of the ALP party, and Prosperity, and they are in the process of submitting their official list of candidates for the 2025 general and regional elections. Again, we're still in the process of witnessing representatives of the ALP submit their official list of candidates for the 2025 general and regional elections. We would have heard from representatives of the Alliance for Change, partnership from National for New and we would have also heard from representatives of the, and they would have shared again, we're coming to you live from where representatives of the ALP party are submitting their official list of candidates for the 2025 general and regional elections. The ALP's presidential Ms. Simone
one. This on the website. For me, I think that is something that was out there by the time we start to get the signatures, just to amend it as it relates to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you look at the time to compete where you're confident and you know that you are in, regardless of what you have, it's not knowing from jump how difficult it is, why we did not compete with the other regions. And women, we have not in the face of poverty and having from these communities coming forward. It's a wonderful place to start from.
Prime Ministerial candidates.
We have a broad list. We have not yet is on the word of the Lord.
Prime Ministerial candidates.
People like that's not as important to me. We have a big point to share it. What we will say is that we have towards that. So all of that, we are real, we are for guidance, and we have the best interest. The voice of the voiceless is what we're looking. So we'll get the and getting the numbers, and we know that even, and I'm happy. Thanks for the question. Well, funding is coming from with us. You know, we are not selling anything through, and so our members give us a contribution.
Could you perhaps
it's the integrity. The integrity is big, and the integrity is big, and and submit different, because we want to invest in a leader. That is not what we want for the young, and that's and submit different, because we want to invest in a leader. That is not what we want for the young, and that's guide the young. Guide the young people.
Good. The microphone. Yeah.
In their list to began. After they would have successfully submitted candidates. The Movement Party. Here. Getting ready to head into the Guyana to submit the official list of candidates for the 2025
the level of excitement with us candidates from in 21 days. I don't think that has been accomplished in Guyana's history. And so I think Forward Guyana, we've started off making history. The historical part about this is that our list is about 6 to 7% female. Yeah! 6 to 7% female. And we're talking females from every race, across age limits and groups. We have persons with disability who have called to sign up. So we believe that the spirit of what we're doing here in Guyana is catching on. I believe that we provide a very credible of what we've been able to do with limited resources, with limited manpower, but just the spirit of the people of Guyana that have reached out. There are people who showed up here this morning. We did not do a public call, but we had dozens of people showing up to support us. And I think it's all testament to the authenticity of this movement.
There you have just heard from the presidential candidate of Forward Guyana Movement, Ms. Amanda Walton Nazir. And they're getting ready to go and present their official to the Guyana Elections Commission, GCOM, for the 2025 general and regional elections.
Oh, I was expecting that girl. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sir, what side did you get it from? Where did you get it from? I don't see that. Hands up. There you go.
Hello? Yeah, gal, me there walk, gal. You credit their house, you know, you don't see always a lime by lazy bad. Hey, me was to ask you, you been and get screened for the cervical cancer thing? Where we can gone yet? Money, but gal, Ministry of Health give out one $8,000 voucher. Must go and collect them and go and get yourself screened. Good, go along and do them. IDs is really take things for granted, you know. And IDs too, watch there. IDs go along, make case and go and get screened. This cervical cancer thing is serious. I hear that from radical self. Early detection save lives. Make case. Hello? Yeah, gal, me there walk, gal. You credit their house, you know, you don't see always a lime by lazy bad. Hey, me was to ask you, you been and get screened for the cervical cancer thing? Where we can gone yet? Money, but gal, Ministry of Health give out one $8,000 voucher. Must go and collect them and go and get yourself screened. Good, go along and do them. IDs is really take things for granted, you know. And IDs too, watch there. IDs go along, make case and go and get screened. This cervical cancer thing is serious. I hear that from radical self. Early detection save lives. Make case.
The ExxonMobil Guyana Global Super League is back and it's bigger than ever. Defending champions, Rangpur Riders return to defend their crown. But the Warriors, the proud hosts, are ready to battle on home soil. The best from Australia, New Zealand, and the UAE join the fight for global glory. The ultimate test, the ultimate prize. It's the clash of the T20 champions. Get your tickets now at Warriors Box Office or GSLT20.com.
Guyana is taking a bold step towards a healthier future. Introducing the Universal Health Voucher valued at $10,000 available to every citizen. This initiative by the government of Guyana gives you the opportunity to access early screening tests for non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular conditions, with NCDs accounting for approximately 68% of all deaths in Guyana. Early detection is important. This program represents a $5 billion investment in the health and well-being of our nation, benefiting 500 people across the country. Eligible individuals include children from birth and adults 18 years and above. At the back of the voucher, you'll find a comprehensive list of tests available to you. To locate facilities where you can access these services, simply scan the QR code provided. This will direct you to a list of accredited healthcare providers. Don't hesitate. Visit your nearest health center to uplift your voucher and take charge of your health today.
Guyana is one of the few countries that has passed legislation and that has opened up the landscape, the transplant space to include disease donation. In the Caribbean, diabetes is an issue. People with diabetes need dialysis or transplant.
Good afternoon. We have a patient coming to the emergency ward.
you lose all of this time taking dialysis.
When I was on dialysis, I used to feel a lot of pains, tired, short of breath. After kidney transplant, for me, life has been going great.
Good morning, guys. I am Nurse Briggs, and we are the Kidney Transplant and Vascular Unit.
I was in my 3rd year of medical school. I did a random blood test just to check up, and I noticed that my blood values were a bit off. I was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease. It was a bit of a shock. At around 2019, 2020, I needed to start dialysis.
This here is a revolutionary piece of legislation, and it will take Guyana into the future. This is about 21st century medicine. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
We had our first kidney transplant around 2011, but we never had a law. If we are going to transplant organs, then it must be done in accordance to worldwide standards we have incorporated into our laws. The law is already catering for technologies that are now being discovered. We have set up an independent body that would make the policies and regulations.
I am Dr. Shanti Singh Anthony, chair of the Human Organ and Tissue Transplant Agency. In the Caribbean, chronic diseases, and particularly diabetes, is an issue. Approximately, I think, 1/3 of people with diabetes will progress to end-stage renal disease and will need dialysis or transplant. The Act of 2022, it opens up the landscape, the transplant landscape. We're working on kidney. Living transplantation is what we currently do, where someone comes forward with a relative or somebody to donate. The idea is that we will scale up our transplant program to move beyond kidney. With transplant, productivity is better, quality of life is improved, life expectancy is longer. For the individual and for the economy and for the country, there's significant benefits.
Over the past 9 years, we have done over 55 living donor transplants, approximately 1 transplant per month. So at the present, we restrict ourselves to kidney transplant because that is one of the easiest transplants. We stick to what our capacity can handle at this time at the hospital. To achieve more transplant, there will have to be the implementation of more staffing, more technology, and more screening method in terms of advancing and expanding the program.
There is a huge demand for transplant in Guyana. If you just visit our nephrology clinic, you'll find that there are lots of patients that are on their way onto dialysis, or there are patients that are already on dialysis.
We have over 300 patients on hemodialysis at the moment.
Someone with end-stage kidney disease who then moves on to dialysis, there are consequences, like there's significant decrease in the quality of life of that person. There's loss of productivity. And so with transplant, it is decreased.
In this country, it costs for the patient to access hemodialysis in a private dialysis center. That is a significant burden to the patient. If we move towards cadaveric transplant, that will not only take the burden of the patient, the family, but will take the burden of the healthcare system.
Not having to do dialysis makes a huge difference in terms of your quality of life. It's also very draining, it's very tiring, and things that you were used to doing are sometimes more difficult. It's also something that is mentally draining. and can be debilitating.
It will move a patient from being a dependent patient, sick on hemodialysis, and make him independent patient that can work, contribute to his family and to society.
We want to make sure that the human resource that we have around the transplant program, that capacity is built so that we can scale up transplant. One of the requirements is that the hospital must have a transplant coordinator. And so Georgetown Hospital has identified that person, that we want to make sure that we can onboard kidney disease donation.
The deceased donor transplant will open so many doors and access to so many other people, because currently we do live donor transplants and we have patients that have people that are willing to donate, but they may not be eligible, either for their personal health reasons or they're not a match. It would increase the access of this life-saving surgery for so many others. And COVID has created a lot of kidney disease.
Every time we needed to do a transplant, we had to send the test to be done in Miami. It would cost us probably about $3,000 per patient.
We've done an assessment and we've certified GPHC as a transplant center for disease donation as well as living.
So we need to look at doing renal biopsy and have a renal pathologist to read those slides to be able to tell us whether we have an rejection or any other pathology within the transplanted kidneys.
The equipment to be able to do HLA testing, which is a key test for transplant, has just arrived in the country. And so we're beginning to put that lab together. By mid of next year, if not earlier, we will have the lab up and running to be able to support the transplant program. We're doing roughly 10 per year of living, but we're now starting disease. And so a conservative estimate that we have is about an additional 2 to 3 per month of disease donation. That will bring us to about 48 per year. We want to make sure that living donation for kidney is going well in the near future, and then we'll move on to others. To be able to set up a transplant program, it requires a lot of resources, financial as well as human.
We need to be able to do drug levels, such as tacrolimus, because the benefit of that drug is more significant at that specific level in the body. We need to be able to do cross-matching, where you match the donor and the recipient in terms of whether the recipient has antibody that will fight against the donor kidney.
Building the laboratory component, for example, for the transplant program will mean that the health sector will have access to sophisticated additional testing.
So, after transplant, most patients express their gratitude. Most of them are back at work. They're providing for their family. Recently, we have done the smallest child in the Caribbean, approximately 17 kilograms, and we have done that transplant successfully. She's actually outside.
I'm here with my daughter, who is a transplant patient, and I'm the kidney donor. Our pediatrician found in her abdomen that the liver was swollen, so he made the diagnosis of the condition polycystic kidneys, which basically degenerates with time and ultimately leads to kidney failure and transplant. My daughter, Angelica, she was 6 months old at the time, and we were advised to seek the assistance of the public hospital. We visited a nephrologist, and he advised that we will need a transplant very soon. We reach a point where we have to do the final cross-match test. That is to determine that the kidney is a perfect match or compatible that they can actually do the transplant. Luckily for us, the kidney match. All arrangements were made and everything was done with the transplant team here, along with the consultation from Professor Yilmaz. The ministry also supported us in terms of the finances because the cross-match test is quite expensive and it's subsidized by the government. During that period, there's a lot going through our minds because it's the first kind of surgery to be done in this facility, and I think probably in the Caribbean for somebody that small. It's our only child. We were reassured by the team that things will work out. They have the best possible solution. And I remember coming out of surgery, I was shivering. And the first thing the team asked him, "Is my daughter okay?" And he said yes. We came out from theater and went straight to the recovery unit. So she's going to be in the school. The school is a pretty good school. It's privately owned.
Academy of Excellence, doing studies.
But her mom is going to be there with her to provide the support using the facilities. It needs to be clean and sanitized before, because she's on immunosuppression drug. She's going to be in a class, but it's going to be an environment that she can work in, because with her restrictions, we have to create a little bubble, so to speak, for her to operate in. So she will be in the class, but not interacting 100%. I don't want to limit her. I want her to develop, and part of her development will be the interaction to develop her social skills, and we cannot do that with her being at home all the time. For her school, we try to give her a normal life as possible. The intention of the transplant was to see how best we can get to that point.
Yeah.
I had my kidney transplant in 2021. My donor was biologically my cousin, but she's more my sister. Her name is Yanis, and she offered, and we were a match, so we were good to go. And in a few weeks, I was out of hospital. This was in 2021. This was in the height of the pandemic. I had to stay at home a lot and stay indoors and be very careful, because you can imagine getting COVID after just receiving a kidney transplant could be quite detrimental to your health. Life has gone back to normal for the most part. I just have a few restrictions that I need to be mindful of in terms of the environment, infection, cleanliness, staying away from people who are obviously sick. I was even able to complete my master's degree. As soon as I had finished my surgery, I was able to get one of the gold scholarships, and while I was awaiting the pandemic to be over, I was at home studying. I go to work every day, I come home, I go out, I can travel, I can study, I can work, I can have a family if I so choose to.
Guyana really is taking the lead on this for the Caribbean region.
GPAC, Dr. Kishore and his team, thank you very much.
Squatting is illegal and poses serious health and safety risks to individuals and the communities. The Ministry of Housing and Water continues to provide affordable housing solutions and urges all to follow the proper channels to acquire land and avoid illegal occupancy. If you or someone you know is squatting, contact the Community Development Department for assistance on 227-4164 or 227-4168, or visit chpa.gov.gy to submit an online inquiry using the Contact Us tab. Let's work together to build safe communities. A message from the Ministry of Housing and Water, Central Housing and the Planning Authority. Has there been a change in your income, contact information, marital status, or address since applying to the Ministry of Housing and Water Central Housing and Planning Authority? Then you are required to do an update. Avoid the long lines and crowds. Visit our website at chpa.gov.gy. Click on the Application Update tab and make the necessary update. Utilize our online services. A message from the Ministry of Housing and Water, Central Housing and Planning Authority.
Have you heard? The Ministry of Health has launched its cervical cancer screening voucher program for women aged 21 to 65. Eligible women can pick up their vouchers at any distribution site in their regions. Each voucher, valued at $8,000, can be used at any of the health facilities listed on the back of the voucher. Cervical cancer caused by persistent HPV infection is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths among women in Guyana. Early screening is crucial to detect and treat precancerous cells. Early detection saves lives. Ladies, don't hesitate to get screened for cervical cancer today. Your health matters. For more information about this program, call 227-4357 or visit the Ministry of Health's Facebook page.
The ExxonMobil Guyana Global Super League is back, and it's bigger than ever. Defending champions, Rangpur Riders return to defend their crown, but the Warriors, the proud hosts, are ready to battle on home soil. The best from Australia, New Zealand, and the UAE join the fight for global glory. The ultimate test, the ultimate prize. It's the clash of the T20 champions. Get your tickets now at Warriors Box Office or GSLT20.com.
Has there been a change in your income, contact information, marital status, or address since applying to the Ministry of Housing and Water Central Housing and Planning Authority? Then you are required to do an update. Avoid the long lines and crowds. Visit our website at chpa.gov.gy. Click on the Application Update tab and make the necessary update. Utilize our online services. A message from the Ministry of Housing and Water, Central Housing and Planning Authority.
Top 10 for the high suicide rate in the world.
We have implemented a decriminalization of suicide. A lot of countries that were once British colonies still maintain these laws.
I decide to commit suicide. I take the poison bottle and drink it.
There shouldn't be any stigma because mental health issues is just like any other issue that you might have, any other problem. It's like diabetes, it's like high blood pressure.
If positive change is needed, political will is necessary.
All right? How you doing?
Our mental health laws were quite outdated. In fact, going back to 1934, colonial laws were not fit for purpose. The terms that were used were very obsolete. Terms in the law that speaks to people being an idiot, terms that would be derogatory in a modern society. The principles that were encapsulated in that law is not fit for modern healthcare.
I want to commend all my colleagues for speaking on this matter. This is something that we have been talking about for many years now. And finally, we were able to bring it to this assembly and to pass it. Thank you very much.
2022, two landmark legislations were launched, the Suicide Prevention Act and the Mental Health Protection and Promotion Act, a different law that deals with working or